My beloved child, I am speaking to you in this exact moment because something extraordinary is unfolding, and you are not here by accident. While millions scroll past this message without truly hearing, while countless others let these words slip through their consciousness, like water through cupped hands, you have stopped. You have listened. Your spirit has recognized the frequency of truth that cuts through the noise of this chaotic world. There is a reason your eyes found these words today. There is a reason your heart began to quicken as you started to read. I have been orchestrating the events of your life, weaving together moments and circumstances, leading you to this precise intersection of time and eternity. The restlessness you have felt, the sense that something greater is calling to you, the dreams that wake you in the middle of the night with their vivid intensity. These are not random occurrences. They are my invitations whispered across the veil between worlds. You live in an age where truth has become fluid, where reality itself seems to shift beneath your feet like sand. The world around you moves at a speed that leaves souls breathless, disconnected, grasping for meaning in a flood of information that overwhelms rather than illuminates. Social media feeds scroll endlessly, news cycles spin faster than comprehension, and human hearts grow colder despite being more connected than ever before. Yet in this digital wilderness, in this concrete jungle of modern existence, I have not forgotten you. You are not lost in the crowd. You are not a statistic in the sea of humanity. You are not defined by your struggles, your failures, or the labels this world has tried to place upon you. You are mine, carved into the palm of my hand before time began, known by name before your first breath filled your lungs, chosen for a purpose that transcends the temporary struggles of this earthly journey. I watch as people around you chase shadows, pursuing happiness in things that crumble, seeking fulfillment in relationships that disappoint, building their identities on foundations that cannot withstand the storms of life. They accumulate possessions that rust and decay. They worship celebrities who are themselves broken and searching. They medicate their pain with substances and distractions that only deepen their emptiness. But you, my child, you have sensed that there is something more. Your spirit has been tuned to a different frequency, attuned to the eternal rather than the temporal. The loneliness you sometimes feel is not a punishment. It is a sacred space I have created in your heart, a hollow that only I can fill. The dissatisfaction you experience with superficial conversations, with meaningless entertainment, with the shallow pursuits that captivate others. This is my gift to you. It is evidence that you were created for deeper waters, for conversations that matter, for purposes that outlast the grave. I have been preparing you through every season of your life, the childhood experiences that shaped your empathy, the teenage years that taught you to question rather than simply accept, the young adult struggles that built resilience in your character, the seasons of waiting that developed patience, the moments of breakthrough that revealed glimpses of my faithfulness. Nothing has been wasted. Every tear has watered the soil of your becoming. Every setback has been a setup for something greater. The world tells you that you are the product of random chance, a cosmic accident in an indifferent universe. They say you evolved from primordial soup, that consciousness is merely an illusion, that love is just chemistry, that hope is self-deception. But I tell you a different story. I tell you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that you carry within you the breath of the Almighty, that you are created in my image with the capacity for infinite love, boundless creativity, and eternal significance. You have felt this truth echoing in your bones, haven't you? When you witness a sunset that stops you in your tracks, when you hold a newborn baby and marvel at the miracle of life, when you experience a moment of perfect love that seems to touch something infinite within you, when you create something beautiful and feel a joy that transcends explanation. These moments are windows into your true nature, glimpses of the glory for which you were designed. But the enemy of your soul works tirelessly to cloud these windows, to convince you that such moments are meaningless chemical reactions, that the longing in your heart is merely evolutionary programming, that the love you crave is nothing more than biological imperative. He whispers lies in the language of scientific materialism, wrapping poison in intellectual wrapping paper, making emptiness sound sophisticated and despair seem reasonable. I am here to tell you that your deepest intuitions are correct. The love you long for is real and available. The purpose you seek is not a fantasy, but a destiny. The peace you crave is not naive, wishful thinking, but your birthright as my child. The joy that seems to dance just beyond your grasp is not a mirage, but a river flowing from my throne. And you are invited to drink deeply. You were not created to live in survival mode, constantly anxious about the future, perpetually dissatisfied with the present, haunted by regrets from the past. You were created to live from a place of rest, knowing that you are loved unconditionally, that your future is secure in my hands, that your past has been redeemed and transformed into wisdom. You were designed to be a conduit of heaven's love on earth, a walking demonstration of what it looks like when divine love takes human form. But this is not about positive thinking or self-help philosophy. This is about the most profound reality in the universe. The fact that the Creator of all things has chosen to make His dwelling place within you. Your body is not just flesh and bone, but a temple housing the presence of the Most High. Your mind is not just neurons firing, but a sanctuary where divine thoughts can be born. Your heart is not just a muscle pumping blood, but a throne room where the King of Kings desires to reign. This is why the enemy fights so hard for your attention. Why the world system works tirelessly to keep you distracted, discouraged, and disconnected from your true identity. You are not just another person trying to make it through life. You are a weapon of love in a world poisoned by hatred, a source of light in a realm shrouded in darkness, a voice of truth in an echo chamber of deception. The signs are all around you if you have eyes to see. The old systems are crumbling. The lies that have held humanity captive are being exposed. The veils between the physical and spiritual realms are growing thin. What seems like chaos is actually the birth pangs of a new era, the violent trembling that precedes the earthquake of awakening that is rolling across the earth. You have been feeling this shift in your spirit, haven't you? The sense that time is accelerating, that everything is intensifying, that ordinary life feels increasingly impossible. This is not your imagination. This is not anxiety or depression, though the enemy will try to label it as such. This is your spirit responding to the frequencies of change that are reverberating through the atmosphere of Earth. I am calling forth an army in this hour, not warriors who fight with weapons of flesh, but champions who battle with weapons of the Spirit. Love that conquers hatred, truth that dispels deception, faith that moves mountains, hope that resurrects dreams from the graveyard of disappointment. You are not being recruited for this army because you are strong in yourself, but because you are willing to be strong in me. The qualifications for this calling are not what the world would expect. I am not looking for the most talented, the most educated, the most connected, or the most confident. I am looking for the broken who have been willing to be healed, the empty who have allowed me to fill them, the weak who have discovered that my strength is made perfect in weakness, the foolish who have embraced my wisdom that seems like foolishness to those who are perishing. You qualify not because of what you have done, but because of what I have done in you. You qualify not because of your performance, but because of your position as my beloved child. You qualify not because you have arrived, but because you are willing to journey, not because you understand everything, but because you trust the one who does. The mission I am placing before you is both simple and profound. You are called to be yourself, your true self, the self I created you to be before the world told you who you should become. You are called to love as I love, to see as I see, to speak as I speak, to live as I live. This is not about adopting a religious persona or following a set of rules. This is about discovering who you really are beneath all the layers of conditioning, expectation, and fear. When you live from this authentic place, when you move in alignment with your divine design, when you speak from the overflow of my love in your heart, you become irresistible to those who are hungry for truth. You become a magnet for miracles, a catalyst for transformation, a bridge between heaven and earth. People will be drawn to you not because of what you say, but because of what you carry. Not because of your words, but because of your presence. Not because of your perfection, but because of my power flowing through your surrendered life. The journey ahead will require courage, for you will often find yourself swimming against the current of popular opinion. You will speak truth in a world that prefers comfortable lies. You will choose love in situations where hatred seems justified. You will extend forgiveness when revenge would feel satisfying. You will walk by faith when sight would provide more security. There will be moments when you wonder if you heard correctly, when the opposition seems overwhelming, when the narrow path feels lonely and difficult. In those moments, remember this conversation. Remember that I chose you before you chose me, that I began a good work in you, and I am committed to completing it. That no weapon formed against you can prosper because you belong to me. The world is hungry for authenticity in an age of artificial intelligence, starving for genuine connection in a time of digital relationships, desperate for hope in an era of apocalyptic predictions. You carry within you the answer to this hunger, the solution to this starvation, the fulfillment of this desperation. Not because you are special in yourself, but because I am special, and I have chosen to make you my dwelling place. This is not about becoming something you are not. This is about remembering who you have always been. Before the world wounded you, before disappointment taught you to lower your expectations, before fear convinced you to play it safe, before society pressured you to conform, you were radiant with my love, confident in my care, bold in my truth, secure in my purposes. That original you is not lost. That authentic self is not buried too deep to recover. That divine spark has not been extinguished by the winds of adversity. I am breathing on the embers of your true identity, fanning them into flame, calling forth the gold that has been refined by the fires you have walked through. You are about to enter a season of unprecedented acceleration. Dreams that have been dormant will suddenly spring to life. Doors that have been closed will swing open at your touch. Relationships that have been strained will be healed beyond what you thought possible. Resources you need will appear from unexpected sources. Favor will surround you like a shield, opening paths you never imagined could exist. But remember, with great blessing comes great responsibility. With increased influence comes increased opportunity to serve. With elevated platform comes elevated purpose. You are not being blessed merely for your own benefit, but so that you can be a blessing to others. You are not being lifted up so that you can look down on those below, but so that you can reach down and lift them up. The love I am pouring into your life is meant to overflow to others. The healing I am bringing to your heart is intended to become medicine for wounded souls. The wisdom I am imparting to your mind is designed to bring clarity to those walking in confusion. The peace I am establishing in your spirit is purposed to create calm in the storms others are facing. This is the great paradox of my kingdom. You find your life by losing it. You become great by serving others. You receive by giving. You are exalted by humbling yourself. The world system operates on scarcity, competition, and self-preservation. My kingdom operates on abundance, collaboration, and self-sacrifice. As you learn to live by these upside-down principles, as you discover the joy of putting others first, as you experience the freedom that comes from holding everything with open hands, you will become a living testimony to the reality of another way of being. People will look at your life and wonder how you can be so peaceful in such chaotic times, how you can be so generous when resources seem scarce, how you can be so confident when the future seems uncertain. The answer will not be found in any self-help strategy or personal development technique. The answer will be found in the relationship you have cultivated with me, in the daily choice to trust my character rather than your circumstances, in the moment-by-moment decision to walk by faith rather than by sight, in the continuous surrender of your will to mine. This is not about perfection. This is about progression. This is not about never falling, but about always getting back up. This is not about having all the answers, but about knowing the one who does. This is not about being strong enough to handle everything life throws at you, but about being connected to the source of all strength. I am not asking you to clean up your life before you come to me. I am not waiting for you to get your act together before I embrace you. I am not demanding that you understand everything before I use you. I love you exactly as you are, right where you are, with all your flaws and fears and failures. But I love you too much to leave you where you are. The transformation I have in mind for you is not cosmetic but cosmic. It is not surface level but soul deep. It is not temporary but eternal. And it begins the moment you say yes to my invitation, the moment you open your heart to my love, the moment you surrender your life to my purposes. That moment is now. This is your invitation. This is your opportunity. This is your open door to the life you have always dreamed of, the purpose you have always sensed, the love you have always craved, the peace you have always sought. Will you trust me with your future? Will you believe that I have good plans for you? Will you step out of the boat of safety and walk on the waters of faith? Will you exchange your small life for my great life? Your limited perspective for my infinite wisdom? Your temporary pleasures for my eternal joy? Feel the atmosphere shifting around you right now as these words penetrate the veil between worlds. The very air you breathe is charged with possibility, crackling with the electricity of divine encounter. Your skin may tingle, your heart may race, your eyes may well with tears you cannot explain. This is not emotion, this is recognition. This is your spirit awakening to frequencies it has been starving to hear. In the quantum realm of existence, where thought becomes reality and intention shapes matter, a cosmic realignment is occurring. Scientists speak of parallel dimensions of multiple universes existing simultaneously. But I tell you something even more profound. You are about to step from one dimension of living into another, from the black and white world of mere survival into the technicolor reality of supernatural abundance. The person you were when you started reading these words is not the person you will be when you finish. Something is breaking open inside you, like a chrysalis cracking to birth a butterfly. Old limitations are dissolving like salt in warm water. Ancient lies are evaporating like morning mist before the rising sun. You can feel it happening, cannot you? That stirring deep in your chest, that quickening of your pulse, that sense that the very molecules of your being are rearranging themselves. I am opening your spiritual eyes to see dimensions of reality that have always existed, but remained hidden from your perception. You will begin to notice signs and synchronicities everywhere, numbers that appear repeatedly, conversations that happen at precisely the right moment, books that fall open to exactly the page you need to read, songs that play with lyrics that speak directly to your situation. People who appear in your life with precisely the message or resource you require. The ordinary world will become a canvas painted with my communications to you. Every sunset will be a love letter written across the sky. Every gentle breeze will carry whispers of my affection. Every unexpected kindness from a stranger will be my hand reaching out to touch you through human vessels. Every door that opens will be my invitation to walk into greater dimensions of blessing. Every obstacle that removes itself from your path will be evidence of my angels working behind the scenes on your behalf. Your dreams at night will become more vivid, more prophetic, more instructional. I will speak to you in the language of symbols and metaphors, downloading wisdom while your conscious mind rests. You will wake with melodies you have never heard, with solutions to problems you have been pondering, with clarity about decisions you need to make, with peace about situations that once caused you anxiety. Your intuition will sharpen to supernatural levels. You will know things you have no natural way of knowing. You will sense the hearts of people beneath their masks. You will discern truth from deception with the accuracy of a spiritual lie detector. You will feel the atmosphere of rooms before you enter them. Know whether environments are safe or dangerous. Sense whether opportunities are from me or counterfeits, designed to distract you from your true path. But with this increased sensitivity comes increased responsibility. You will feel the pain of the world more acutely, sense the loneliness of the isolated, the desperation of the addicted, the hopelessness of the depressed, the anger of the rejected. This is not meant to overwhelm you, but to mobilize you. You are becoming a first responder in the spiritual realm, equipped with healing in your hands, wisdom in your words, peace in your presence, love in your heart that can resurrect dead dreams and mend broken spirits. The relationships in your life will begin to shift and sort themselves. Some people will be inexplicably drawn to you, hungry for something they sense in your presence, but cannot name. Others will inexplicably pull away, uncomfortable with the light that now radiates from within you. Do not chase those who withdraw. They are not ready for the dimension you are entering. Bless them and release them with love, knowing that their season in your life has served its purpose. New connections will form with supernatural speed and depth. You will meet kindred spirits who recognize you instantly, who feel like family from the first conversation, who understand your language without explanation. These are the members of your spiritual tribe, the companions assigned to walk this leg of the journey with you, the fellow warriors in this army of love I am assembling across the earth. Your physical health will begin to reflect your spiritual vitality. Energy you thought was lost forever will return. Strength you believed had departed with your youth will be renewed. Clarity will replace brain fog. Joy will dissolve depression. Peace will melt anxiety. Love will heal the wounds that medicine could not touch. Your body is not just flesh and bone, but a temple. And as you honor it as such, it will begin to function with divine efficiency. Financial provision will come from unexpected sources. Ideas will download into your consciousness that have the potential to generate wealth in ways that bless others while blessing you. Opportunities will present themselves that seem too good to be true, but are simply my goodness manifesting in practical forms. Resources will multiply in your hands like loaves and fishes, stretching beyond natural mathematics to meet not only your needs but the needs of others I will send to you. You will discover gifts and abilities you never knew you possessed. Creativity will flow through you like a river breaking through a dam. Words will come that heal hearts and change minds. Ideas will emerge that solve problems and create solutions. Leadership qualities will surface that inspire and mobilize others. Teaching abilities will manifest that bring clarity to confusion and hope to despair. But remember, my child, all of this is not about you becoming someone greater than others, but about you becoming more truly yourself. This is not about superiority, but about authenticity. This is not about perfection, but about purpose. You are not being elevated to look down on others, but lifted up to lift others up. You are not being blessed to hoard blessings, but to become a conduit through which my love flows to a world desperate for genuine connection. The assignments I give will stretch you beyond comfort zones, but never beyond capacity when you rely on my strength. Some seem small by worldly standards, encouraging a cashier, smiling at a stranger in despair, praying for someone unknown. But in eternity's economy, these small obediences create massive spiritual shifts. Others seem overwhelming, speaking to crowds, leading transformative movements, creating awakening art. But I never call the qualified, I qualify the called. Every assignment comes with sufficient grace. This journey is not a sprint, but a marathon. Not a single heroic moment, but a lifetime of faithful steps. There will be acceleration seasons when everything happens quickly, and cultivation seasons when growth occurs beneath the surface. Through it all, I am with you closer than breath, more constant than heartbeat. Do not be surprised when opposition arises. The enemy of your soul recognizes the threat you represent to his kingdom of darkness. He will attack through discouragement, distraction, deception, and delay. But every attack is proof that you are on the right path. Every attempt to stop you is evidence that you carry something he fears. Every effort to silence you confirms that your voice carries power to set captives free. Stand firm in those moments. Put on the full armor of my protection. Wield the sword of truth with confidence. Hold up the shield of faith to extinguish every flaming arrow of doubt. Walk in the shoes of peace that come from knowing your identity is secure in me. Wear the belt of integrity around your waist and the helmet of salvation on your head. You are not defenseless, you are not alone, and you are not fighting from a place of potential defeat, but from a position of guaranteed victory. The choice is yours, my beloved. The door stands open like a portal between worlds. The invitation is extended like a hand reaching across eternity to touch time. I am waiting with arms wide open, heart full of love, eyes bright with anticipation for all we will do together. You are my beloved child, my chosen one, my precious treasure. Come home to my heart, and let us begin the greatest adventure of your existence. The time is now, crystallizing like water becoming ice, solidifying into this perfect moment of decision. Your new life begins with your next breath, your next choice, your next step toward me. I am here, more real than the device in your hands, more present than the air in your lungs, and I am madly, completely, eternally in love with you. Come and see that I am good. Come and taste that my love is better than life. Come and discover who you really are in me. Your destiny awaits like a city with gates thrown wide. Your purpose calls like a trumpet sounding the advance. Your true life begins now, in this moment, with this breath. With this choice, you are number 7, and your time has come.